Hey gang, Kai here again with Exped, and as you just saw, we've got some interesting sleeping bags to talk to you about. You don't see that every day, floating sleeping bags. But here's the deal. What we're going to talk to you about here is the Exped Waterbloc series of down sleeping bags. And the key is in the name, Waterbloc. We use a Pertex Endurance shell on all of these bags, and there are 4 of them in the series: the 600, the 800, the 1000, and the 1200. And that, what you just saw floating, is the Expedition super cold weather minus 20 degree Fahrenheit down bag. But using a waterproof breathable shell is just really the beginning, and we're certainly not the first sleeping bag company to do that. We are, however, the first sleeping bag company to eliminate stitching on the shell, with just a few exceptions, and I'll show those to you. The challenge with making a waterproof sleeping bag has always been in the stitching on the outer shell, that you need to separate the chambers of down from one another with vertical baffles here. And those baffles typically are sewn to the outer shell. Now, if you use a waterproof shell but you sew the baffle to it from the inside, you've now created a whole bunch of holes all the way down the bag wherever the baffles are stitched. What we found a way to do is to create a stitchless baffle. And the way we do that is we weld the baffle to the shell, so there is no stitching. And we have a patent on that welded baffle. So that gives the bag the ability to do just what you saw there, to float on the water, and we don't have to worry about it. It also gives you the ability then to take the bag, a down bag, to places that you would otherwise maybe only take a synthetic bag, or you would be really paranoid about what's going on to your down. So the only way water is going to get into this bag is through the hood, obviously. You know, the hood is open, and through the side zipper. Now, the zipper is double flapped, so technically, if you put this in white water, yeah, there's going to be water getting into the sleeping bag. But it's not designed for that. So what is it designed for? Well, down is obviously a great insulator. It's the best insulator that you can use in outdoor gear. And you want to keep it dry. But you still want to take down whenever you can, because it's super compressible, it's extremely long-lived and resilient, and it's a super insulator and very lightweight. So let's take it wherever we go. Now, this bag is designed to be taken anywhere you would take a sleeping bag. Paddling trips, you know, very high humidity trips, in places in the world where, you know, it's rainforest. You can use the bag, and it's, you know, I'm talking temperate rainforests here where you would use a bag like this. Expedition mountaineering, snow caving, igloo, anywhere you're getting moisture. And even the minus 20 degree bag, the 1200, is done in the Waterbloc. And people often ask, well, why do you need that for a super cold weather trip? Well, you're inside your tent in super cold weather trips, and your breath freezes to the surface of the tent. The sun comes up over the ridge in the morning, and you've got a rainstorm inside of your tent on a super cold weather trip. So you need the down to be protected from that. And also, you got to bear in mind that one of your partners is always going to end up being Mr. Spill on some trip. He or she is going to pour a liter of water into your bathtub floor of your tent, and it's going to get everywhere. So you need some protection against that, and so Waterbloc does that. So there you go. There's Waterbloc series of bags from Exped, and we'll leave you with the Waterbloc 1200 floating on an alpine lake. Hey, we'll see you again. Sleep well.